There we go.
Grandpa, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Well, as a kid growing up, I always wanted to be a cowboy. And I acquired a horse from some neighbors who couldn't seem to ride the thing. It kept bucking them off. And so I thought, well, I'm a big cowboy. I can ride it. And I got on the thing and it bucked me off. And so we led it home and then got to where we could ride it without getting bucked off. And so I always had this horse. And it was a favorite thing. I'd ride it wherever I went. And she was kind of small, and so that we had a saddle. I wouldn't put a saddle on her. I'd ride her bareback all the time. And then we had a neighbor that lived where Uncle Jerry lives now, and he had a 22 pistol. And man, he loaned me that just to use. And so I had that, a belt, and I had that on my hip, and I was really a cowboy because now I had a gun and that, and I had a dog, and we would ride all over the ranch. And we had a 80-acre farm, and behind us was another 80 acres, and to the west of that was another 80, and then we had a 40 down in the bottom, so we had all this land that we ran cattle and sheep on. And so I'd ride the horse out to get the cattle and sheep and that. And then the dog and I, we'd go hunting with the horse, and I taught it to let me shoot off the back of the horse. And so I was really big time cowboy. And I don't know whether to tell you this or not, but I'll tell you anyway. One morning we got up to, or evening went to get the cows and couldn't find them. They were gone. Also was gone my saddle horse, and so I took one of the work horses, got on it with my pistol, and went looking for the cattle and couldn't find them. So the next morning my dad said I had to stay home from school and find the cows. So again I went with the old work horse and finally found the cows and was bringing them home. And this little saddle horse, I think, was jealous of the fact that I was not riding her, but riding the work horse. And so she come up and she ran up and nipped at my horse and kicked at my horse. And I thought, well, I don't know why, but I pulled this pistol out and shot it in the air. And the horse I was riding was very gun shy, and she proceeded to buck me off. Well, on an automatic pistol, once you pull the trigger, if you hold it back, it can't go off again. And I thought, just hold it. Well, I evidently let it loose and pulled it a second time. As I hit the ground, it went off, and I shot the horse and hit it right behind the ear and killed that work horse, deader than a doornail. And here I am on the back end of our place coming home. So I come walking home with the cows, and my saddle horse was with them. And Dad says, "Where is Red Wing?" And I told him what happened, and I thought, oh, I'm going to catch whatever. And he just said, "You can thank God that you're alive and the horse is dead." And I thought that was the greatest thing my dad ever said to me, because I thought I was going to get what for, but he just said we got work to do. And anyhow, that was my horse story. I never have shot a pistol, I don't think, since. I wouldn't own one, wouldn't have one around the house. Very dangerous piece of equipment. Anyway, so much for my story. 4 minutes and 25 seconds.